So in today's video, I'm gonna be taking you guys through the best location or the best spot to place your stop loss. So this is a very crucial topic, and most people have problems in where to place their stop loss, how to avoid being liquidated, so that the market doesn't take them out and start going in their own direction. So this video helps you solve all those puzzles, and you're gonna know where to place your stop loss and how to go about it. Now let's go straight to the point. Now the first thing you need to understand is the market direction. Okay, so you need to understand the market direction. If you are in a bullish direction or a bearish direction, that would give you the first clue to how you should position yourself. Okay, positioning is the major thing in the market. Okay, once you can catch the trend, then where to place your stop loss won't really be a problem. Yeah, in some case it is a problem, but it won't really be a problem. And why most people get kicked out of the market is that they are not in the right direction. They are not actually trading in the right location, and they are not also following the right direction. Now let's say in this scenario we have this bullish structure here. So we have this nice bullish structure here. So we say this is a breakout structure, and right now we're on the 15-minute time frame. So where are the best places to take this trade? Now you want to be looking for trades at a fair value gap or the original order block area. So if you're conversant with my teaching, you should know this by now. Okay, now I like to use the Fibonacci retracement to get my areas. Now once you don't know the right areas to place your buy or to look out for your buy, that alone can make you get kicked out of the market. Okay, if you don't know the right location. Now remember, the first thing you need to do is to identify the trend. Once you have identified the trend, then you can now start looking for the right locations to take your trade. Now we want to take trades that come in this area. Okay, in this area, which is the first one we're going to be listing out, and we want to also take trades that come in this area as well. So any other thing aside these both areas, we want to avoid it at all costs. Okay, so once we see trade come into this junction, yes, we want to take trade. When we see it come down to this junction, yes, we want to take trade. But anything aside those junctions, we don't want to take trades at that side. Now next thing you want to do is to have a reliable time frame where you have tested over time. Now I advise you test these things for over 100 times. Yeah, 100 times to get perfection before you start doing anything you want to do. Now I haven't done that. For me, I like to choose the 3-minute time frame. Now I'll be heading over the 3-minute time frame to do this stuff. Okay, now I took this trade last week, and it actually went well. So let's just go over it again, and I'm going to use this trade to explain how I was able to set my stop loss. Now there are two things you want to be looking at in the market. The first thing is that you want to be looking at a flip pattern or you want to be looking at the normal order block pattern. Okay, either you want to be looking at the flip pattern or the normal order block pattern. Now what is the flip pattern? The flip pattern is when prices get to your initial order block, goes up this way, comes down. Okay, but you want to look at other indications to take this trade. Comes down this way and go up. Then the traditional order block pattern is when prices get into your area, form a breakout structure here, get up to this level, okay, form another breakout structure, a change of character rather here, okay, then come down, then go up. So you want to be looking at this at first, or you want to go this other route where you want to be looking at this. Okay, any of these two is what you want to be looking at. Now you can see at this area, you can see that this kind of played out this pattern, okay, before going up. Okay, this played out this pattern before going up. Now you can enjoy these two patterns if you know what you are doing, but in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to enjoy these two patterns, or how to position yourself for these two patterns, so you can be able to catch these two patterns if it eventually shows up in the market. But the first one we're going to be taking is this one, because this one will first show up before this one would show up. So let's go straight to what we have to do for today. Now let's look at this pattern first. Okay, let me just put these two things here. Okay, let me put these two things here so you can know what we are looking for. All right, so I said we'll first look at this pattern, which is the flip pattern. So we'll first look at the flip pattern first. Okay, so this is the flip pattern. This is the traditional order block pattern. So let's look for the flip pattern. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to map out the last candle. Okay, like I always say, the last candle is at this area for now. So we want to take everything step by step. Okay, so we want to look at 3 candles above that last candle. So we got 1, then we came down and we broke that area. So at this level we had 1, 2, we had this fake out, then we had this area here. Now once you've marked out that area, you want to see 3 candles below from the last candle that started coming down. Okay, now if you say this is your last candle that started coming down, then you want to be looking at 3 candles. Remember, this has met up to our terms and condition, where we have 1, we had this fake out, then we had this third one. So it has met up to our terms and condition if you conversant with my video. Now you might say this fake out, yeah, if it's just 1 and it did not come down below this level. Now if we have just 1 fake out, like I always say, and we didn't get the next one below this level, okay, immediately below it rather, then it is still valid for what we're looking at it for. All right, now after that one, we now came down to this level. Now we'll be looking at this candle right now. So let's look at this candle very well right now. Okay, now we have this, we had this. Now look at this. You can see that we had this fake out and we continue to have the next one. Then we had this, okay, then we had this fake out. Okay, we had this fake out. Now I said 1 fake out doesn't really matter. Since we have 2 above it, then we are good to go. I don't know if you understand that. Now remember, this whole structure has gone out. Okay, this whole structure here has gone out. Since we had 1 fake out and we have the second one, the whole structure is down. So we are going to be using this next area as our bottom now. Okay, this next area will be our bottom. So we'll be looking above here, which we have 1, we had this fake out here, you can see. Okay, let me take this out. So we had this fake out here. After this fake out, this red one, then we had 2, 3. So this area is valid, so we can say this area is good to go. So I can stamp it this way. Now we're looking at the last candle at this area, then we want to see 3 candles below that last candle at that area, which we had 1, 2, 3. Now this is okay to go. Now the next thing we want to do is to put the Fibonacci retracement too. So we want to get it this way. Okay, we want to get it this way. Now for this way, we want to place our orders at this area. Now this is where the big deal comes in. Big deal comes in. Now we want to put our stop loss. Now this is 4.4. Don't look at this percentage, look at this one. This is 4.4. So we want to put extra 4 or 5. So let's put 4. So which will summon these things to 8.5. Now let's go. Now 8.5 would be somewhere around here. Now if we are going to 9.5, which I said we want to put 4 or 5, okay, or let's put the 4, okay, which is 8.5. now you want to say this kicked us out, but let me tell you how to go about it. When you are doing this and you have this overall value at 8.4 here, you want to keep at least 2 extra for slippage. Okay, in some cases these things might not get to this area but might just kick you out. Now in some cases this might happen, it might not get to this area, then these things might kick you out. So you want to put extra 2, so which will give you 10.4. so this is where you're going to be placing your stop loss. And for me, I would like to target a 1-to-1 ratio, which is this. Okay, now you understand what I'm saying. I said if you are going to be using this area as your stop loss, let's say you just want to use this area, which is 7.4, you want to put 2 extra, which is 9.4. so you want to take it to 9.4, which is an extra 1 for you in case of slippage. Now you would be doing fine using it this way. Okay, for some issues you want to also put 1 extra. Okay, you want to put 1 extra. Now why are you putting this 1 extra? For some brokers, they might kick you out at this level without touching this exact level. So you want to just put this one extra because of your broker, and this is what most traders don't do that gets them kicked out. Now these things might not hit your stop loss exactly, but might get you kicked out because you didn't keep that 1 or 2 extra pips to help your spread cover up. Okay, so you need to keep that 1 or 2 extra pips to help your spread cover up. Okay, so this is one of the major mistakes most traders make in the market, and once you don't do things like this, you might get kicked out. Now in some cases these things might not really get to this level, it might just get to this level and start going on, but to be at a safe area you need to keep extra one. You need to let the market breathe properly. Okay, you need to let the market breathe properly so you don't get kicked out of the market when it hasn't even gotten to your initial stop loss here on the trading view. Like I said some brokers might get you kicked out even 1 pips close to your stop loss. They might get you kicked out. Yeah, I don't want to call names of brokers, but some brokers might get you kicked out. If you know any broker, you can comment in the comment sections. They might get you kicked out before it gets to your original stop loss. Now if you're a victim of this, you can also comment as well. So you want to give at least a little bit of space below your zone to cover up for those, you should like call it those moves. Okay, so you want to give a little bit of space to cover up for those moves. Now you've done this. Okay, now remember, aside this, you are also seeing another strategy. Okay, you're also seeing another strategy. Now you've made out for this. Now this is fine. Now you've made out for this. Okay, so you've done this, so you can say this is done. Okay, you can say this is done. Okay, now we want to focus on this. Now looking at this right now, we have this break of structure at this level. Now this is the traditional order block area. Now we have this level right now. Remember, you also enjoyed this, you enjoyed this. You can also load both trades at once and target it. Okay, you can load both trades at once and target it. Okay, now before you get to your 1-to-1 ratio here, you could be looking at this as well and target it. Now you saw this break change of character here. Okay, now having done that, you'll be waiting for a retracement down to that level. So you want to get that nice retracement where you'll be entering your trade. Okay, so you want to take it this way, okay, and set another trade there. You want to set another trade there. Okay, so you want to do the same thing. When you get to this level, you want to get like, you know, it is 9.7, you want to get like 2 or 3. Let's just put it at 3, which will take us to like 12.7. okay, so that's 12.7. so you want to do 12.7 to make sure you are breathing well, and you want to take it to 1-to-1, okay, or 1-to-2, whatever you want to do. And this area has given you 2 opportunities. So you got this other opportunity as well. Okay, so you got this opportunity and this opportunity in just this one area. So you got 2 trades for yourself that gave you a profit of whatever lot size you are using on this position. Now I hope you understand how you set your stop loss. What I said is that you look at the zone where you want to take it, you give a little bit of space so your market can breathe. Now for both reasons, be it for the original market, be it for your broker, just make sure you give it a lot of space for it to breathe. Now this is the original way to set your stop loss. I hope you enjoyed this series. So if you have any question, please make sure you comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next series next week. Thank you.